Hello, beautiful yogis. Dumelang batho ba bantle. Welcome back to Iana Yoga with Letlotlo. So today we're going to be doing yin yoga. So the yin practice is really a relaxation practice. So it helps us calm the whole body and mind. A really good one to do at the end of the week. And then physically, yin yoga really helps us with improved flexibility because we hold our poses for slightly longer than the usual practice. And then it also helps with improved circulation. So today we're going to be using a block as a prop, as well as a bolster if you've got a bolster. If you don't, it's okay, just use your cushion. And then please just have your blanket nearby for the end of the practice. And then because it's not a physically charged practice, I do suggest that you dress in something warm, and then we can get started. Okay, yogis, welcome back to your mat. So please remember that because we're doing yin today, you just want to be careful with your body. So don't work to a maximum. Only work with between 70 and 8% of what your body can actually do. Just because we're holding those poses for quite a long in yin, you don't want to be pulling or hurting yourself. You can place the prop somewhere where they're not in your way, but where they're reachable. And then because it is a relaxation practice, you can have a candle or incense. I've got lemongrass incense, which is really relaxing for me. But if you're not into that kind of thing, that's also okay. So we're going to start off in a child's pose. So we're going to just have your knees mat width apart, creating that V shape between your thighs. You'll be resting comfortably on top of your heels. And remember that if you aren't able to get all the way to your knees or to your heels, that's also okay. So you'll be somewhere there. We are going to be resting down. You can place your bolster between your thighs, a little bit away from you. And you're just going to be folding forward and resting on that bolster. We are going to be lying here for quite a while, so please do breathe and try as much as possible to keep your thoughts on your mat. So do not let your thoughts wander, okay? So you're going to fold over and just lie comfortably on your bolster. You can be there. If that's too low for you, you just stack up your blanket or a few cushions together and you're somewhere there. Okay, so just see what your 80% or 70% is, and that's where you will settle. You can close your eyes here and just breathe. We'll be working with quite a few hip openers today. So you should be feeling a nice stretch in your inner hip. Nothing is pulling, just a beautiful stretch. And in the end, because we're sitting still for quite a long time, it's quite easy to have your thoughts wander. Just try and bring your thoughts back to your mat. And if you struggle, just concentrate on your breath. A couple more breaths here. You're going to take your last breath before we come out of the pose. And slowly come up. Okay, you can put your bolster on the side And then just bring your knees together, and your arms or your hands are gonna go in front into a tabletop or all fours. We're just gonna do a yoga tantrum just to relieve our ankles a little bit. So you can just tap your toes on top of your mat, just to give it a bit of relief. Okay. So next, you're going to be going into butterfly. So with butterfly, I'm just going to face you so you can see what I'm doing. So with butterfly, your feet are together. You can pull them close together or close to your groin if you are very flexible. Or you can actually even have them a little bit away from your groin, and that's still fine. And we're going to be lying on our back. Okay, so come onto a butterfly. Put your bolster and your blankets or both behind you. And we're just going to be melting down, letting our head go. Okay, so gently go down. Your bolster and your blanket is supporting your back, and you letting your head rest on the mat. You can have your palms facing up next to your side, and you're breathing. Again, this is a hip opener, so you should be feeling the stretch there. If you're not feeling anything, you can just try and bring your feet a little bit closer to your groin. Keep breathing. And really just try and be present. Just let the week go. Okay, last inhalation here. And as you exhale, you're going to come up. You can just support yourself. And bring your knees together. Your legs are straight, and you can give yourself a little bit of a wiggle. Okay, next we're going to be doing the deer. So you're going to be putting your right leg parallel to the short side of your mat, and you are folding your left leg to the back like that. Hope you can see what I'm doing. So if I'm facing the front, this is what I look like. Okay, so this is what you want to look like. So your left leg is folded to the back and your front leg is folded to the front. Okay. And you're going to take your bolster, put it on your right side, and you're going to lie down. Here again, you want to make sure that you are engaging that right hip. So you are not completely lying on it. You're just making sure that it's still getting a good enough stretch. Okay, you're gonna come up and you're gonna swap legs. So you can just flip them over and you're gonna lie the same way to your left side. Okay, last breath here. And come up. Okay, you can place your bolster in front of you. We're gonna come into frog. So you're gonna fold your legs to the back in a frog position. And we're gonna lie forward. So with this again, if that's too low for you, you can grab your block, place it there, and you can go down, and that's where you are. Or if it's available to you, you can go slightly more down, maybe use a blanket and melt down. You are breathing. Okay. Last breath here. And slowly come up. You can undo your frog slowly. And you can maybe just move your knees side to side, just to give your knees a little bit of relief. They've done most of the work in this pose. So you are going to just be on your knees. Take your legs slightly apart. Remember, not your maximum. And you're going to just lean forward. So you can take your bolster and just put your forehead on top of it. Again, if this is too low for you guys, you just stack up your bolsters or stack up your cushions so that you are lying slightly higher. So you could be somewhere there. And you're going to hold it there and breathe. Okay, last breath. And come up. You can put your bolster aside and just bring your knees together gently because this is quite a strenuous pose. And you can wiggle. Okay, second last pose. We're just going to be doing the happy baby. So you're going to lie flat on your mat. You're going to put your knees, you're going to pull your knees into your chest. Grab hold of the inner part of the soft part of your foot with your hands, and you're just going to pull those knees down. So you're going to use your hands, bend them if you need to, and just encourage those knees to the mat. And you're going to stay there. Again, this is still a hip opener, so you should be feeling a nice stretch here. Okay, last breath here. And you can bring your knees together gently again. And maybe hug them into your chest before you release them. And release. Come up. Okay, the last pose is going to be the shoelace. So you're just going to bend your right leg with your heel touching your groin. And your left leg is going to be folding over your right leg, like that. The feet should be in line. If this is where you are and you're comfortable, you can feel that stretch in your left hip, then that's okay. But for the rest of us that want to take it slightly deeper, you're going to take your cushion or your block or whatever it is you have, and you're going to place it in front of those knees, and you're going to lean forward and rest your head there. Okay, so I'm going to face sideways just so you can see me. So that's where you are, and you're going to lean forward. And you're breathing. You can your hands can either be on your feet, or they can just be naturally in front of you holding your bolster. And you're breathing. Take your last inhalation here. And as you exhale, you come up. And we're going to swap legs. So you're just going to lean back, sit on your bum, and just this time fold the left leg first and right leg on top of left leg, like that. If you are just there, you're fine, that's comfortable. Or if you want to take it deeper, you're just going to lean forward and lie on top of your bolster. This time you should be feeling the stretch in your right hip. Okay, you're going to take the last breath. Inhalation in. And as you exhale, you come up. And we're going to prepare for Shavasana. So today, instead of being flat on the mat, you're just going to put your bolster at the back of your mat. You're going to place your feet over your bolster to give them a bit of an elevation. And you're going to put a blanket over yourself because we are relaxing today. And you're going to lie down. Just going to close your eyes here. So we're going to work with a bit of visualization today in Shavasana. So visualizations really help us with awareness and really staying present on our mat during Shavasana or during any relaxation pose. Today we're going to imagine a big ball of light, and we're going to scan this big ball of light across the body as we relax in this final pose. You're going to imagine that big ball on your toes. Pull that ball down to the soft part of your feet, the middle part. Bring it down to the heels. To your ankles. To your calves. You're going to take that ball up to your shins. To your knees. You're going to roll that ball of light down to the back of your knees. It's going to move up to the back of your thighs. To the front of your thighs. To your groin. To your bum. That big ball of light is now moving to your back. Up to your tummy. To your breasts. To your shoulders. To your arms. You now have that light in your hands. The light is moving down to the back of your arms, to your shoulder blades, to the back of the neck, to your Adam's apple, to your chin. You can see the light on your lips, on your cheeks, the light is now on your ears, you are now feeling the light on your eyes. The light is moving to the back of your head, to the crown of your head, and then finally The light is on your third eye, on your forehead. Okay, so we can start coming back to our reality. So you can start moving your toes, your feet, your hands. Wiggle the body. Okay, then you can naturally just come up into any comfortable seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today, yogis. I hope to see you in the next session. Namaste.